Hi ladies, it's Unique. So in this segment, I'm going to be telling you about starting up a business. So currently I'm implementing my hair company, and it's been a challenge, but I've learned a lot with learning how to become a business owner, as well as what my industry requires. So I have a few takeaways that I've learned along the way. And the first thing is, like, starting a business can be very, very exciting, scary. You can get, a little weary and feel like, do I really want to do this? Or is this really gonna be worthwhile in the end? Or do I have enough money? Like, a million and one things run across your mind when you're thinking about starting a business, right? But the best advice I can give you is go after it, go do it. If it's something that you think about all the time, and you never go a day where you wake up and you're not thinking about, oh, I want to do this, or I want to do this, or what if that, then it's for you. It is very challenging, but it's very rewarding in the ending. So stay your course, don't give up, and just know that starting out, you don't have to have everything that you feel is required to own your business. Start with the little things that you have. Start by, putting a bug in people's ears and letting them know, hey, I have this idea. I want to do, let's say makeup is your thing. I want to, start my own makeup studio, and I have this vision. Like, write that down. The very first thing that you should do is write a business plan. And I always say a business plan is a living, breathable document, because you're going to go back to it time and time again. You're going to revise it. You're going to scratch out things. You're going to add things. You're going to learn new things when you do your research. So it's going to be an ever-changing document. And I feel like you should hold on to that as you progress and as you become successful. Never throw that plan out, because you're going to want to revisit and revamp each time that you're on the next level to evolve. So that's the biggest thing. Another thing that I would say is keep a book like this. I have this yellow book. It says anything is possible. I got it at Target. It was about $10, I believe. I write in this thing religiously. I have all my thoughts, my ideas, anything that just comes to me on a whim, I write it down. It's really one of the best things that you can do, because a lot of times we misplace ideas and we forget things or exactly how we want them to be. But if in the moment we have a pen and a pad and we could just write it down, you're committed to memory, and you can go back and add details to it later. But the initial thought, write something that when you look at it, you can be like, oh, okay, that triggers the thought and brings you back to the inspiration that you had at that time. Another thing that I would suggest as well is writing out a budget for your business. And you want to do an actual real budget, and you want to do a comfortable budget, as that's what I call them. So an actual real budget is the sum of all the business expenses, startup expenses that you're going to incur to move forward with your company. This is determined and achieved by composing a list of items. Like, I went on Amazon, and I just, put items in my cart from what I want to have. Like, so for my hair company, I'm going to need shears. I'm going to need curling irons. I'm going to need combs and, all these things to, be able to do the hair accordingly. And I just put them in the cart. I didn't look at the price. I didn't look at any of that stuff. I just added each thing that I felt that I was going to need one by one into that cart. And when you're done, Amazon, of course, has the cart feature where it shows you your total. It's going to total out exactly how much it's going to cost to have those items. And I would take a book or if you're more digital like me, I do everything on my iPad. Write that total sum into your notes in your iPad, and make a note of, this is my goal. This is how much I need to save to be able to achieve everything that I want. Now, mind you, you don't need to get everything all at once. Just get the basics to start out, because you don't want to go bankrupt. You don't want to be in debt. You don't want to put yourself in a hole where, it happens, but if it's not necessary for you to be in a hole, don't put yourself there. Trust me, you don't want to do that. But you're going to do that, and that's going to be the sum of your actual business real budget. Now, let's say, for example, my budget came out to be $1,585. You're going to want to round that up. So I'm going to make that to $1,600. And then you're going to want to do a comfortable budget, which is the amount that allows you wiggle room. So $1,600 is my actual business expense, but I'm gonna want a little bit of comfortable room to be able to, save my money. I don't want to save exactly $1,600 and spend all of that, and then I don't have any cushion or emergency backup money for my business, because you're going to encounter expenses that you didn't plan for, and you want to be able to have like a bank where you can go in and be like, okay, you know what, this happened, that's okay, I can cover it. So I would say, starting out, try to keep that comfortable bank at a 200, 500 maybe at the max, if you can comfortably save that much outside of what your actual business startup cost is. And that way, like I said, if an emergency comes up, you have money there that you can, dip into and be able to take care of certain concerns. And then, your audience, your target audience, that is the biggest thing that you should focus on after you do your business plan and your budget. Those two come first, and then your target audience. So you're going to want to do research. So for me, for the hair company, it's like, who am I gearing towards? Usually women between the ages of 17 to 50 are the women who want to enhance their hair, or buy weaves and things like that. So that's who I'm gearing my marketing towards. And you need to know that target audience, so that when you do promotions and you do marketing, you're hitting the right people. Because you don't want to do a marketing plan and you're trying to reach 25-year-olds, but your marketing plan is more appealing to a 15 to 18-year-old, you know what I mean? So doing research, the best way to do it is, if you see someone that's already in your field doing something that you want to do, go on their page. It's okay to go on someone else's page and look at the things that they have, and look at the things that they implemented, what they have attributed their success to, things that work for them, and see if you can customize what you've done your research on to fit the mold of what you want to establish as a business owner yourself. So a lot of people are like, I don't want to look at this person. I'm not trying to go on their page, because then they're going to think that I'm stealing their ideas. That is absolutely false, because you can go and look at someone else's business and see their ideas and completely morph it into something that's totally unique and your own. So never be discouraged and feel like you can't look at other people's success and turn it into something that works for you, because actually that is really a great marketing tool, business tool for you. Look at blogs, read up about your field, know the latest trends, know what works in your industry and take notes and put yourself into those situations and say, what's missing? What's missing in this craft where my niche fits in, and I can provide that to the next audience where it's going to set me apart. So you're always going to want to look and see what you can do. You can do the same things, but how are you going to do it differently? How are you going to make it more appealing to your group and your fan base, and get them to want to buy your product opposed to someone else's product? You know, what makes you different? And the next thing, promotion. Social media is your best friend. We all have Instagram, we all have Twitter, we all have Facebook, Snapchat. Now they have IG stories. So it makes it a little bit more accessible to reach larger markets, larger people that we wouldn't be able to reach just, you know, within our regular community where we're just going out and talking to people. So that's the great thing about social media, and it's free. Now, yes, you can purchase packages where you're boosting your views and reaching a larger audience, but you don't have to spend a lot of money to be able to reach people if you're tactful, if you're computer savvy, if you know how to market well, and you know how to use tools such as Adobe Photoshop, PowerPoint works, Microsoft PowerPoint works. If you know how to word things, and if you don't, they offer classes where you can better yourself. So I always say that enrich yourself. Invest in your business means investing in yourself. So that's taking classes, that's learning from people, that's paying for seminars, webinars, anything that you have access to, those resources, use them. They will help you grow. The next thing is engage with your following. You can have all the followers in the world. You can put out all the content in the world that you want to. But if you don't hold people's interest, and you don't talk to them, and you don't make yourself relatable to your fan base or your clientele, it's not going to be profitable for you. The most successful businesses out there interact with their customers and their clients. They reach out, they do the promotions, they talk to them, they ask them their needs, you know, individualize, speak with people, because everybody isn't the same. What you give to one person, the service that you give to one person, you might have to tweak it a little bit for the next person for them to understand and appreciate what you have to offer. Also, criticism. Take that and don't let it break you. And don't let it make you be discouraged or give up. We're all going to encounter feedback that we personally may not like. But some of the time that constructive criticism is necessary so that we can grow. I'll give you an example. There was this glitter company that I was going to work with on Instagram. And she was sending me stuff. I paid for the product myself, but I was going to do promotions for her and help her out. But she fell behind, and she communicated that, you know, she was behind, but she kept on giving dates that she was going to send out the product, and they never came. And you don't want to create negative impact on your clientele where you're telling them something and then you don't deliver. That is the biggest pet peeve of customers. Because under the post, you would see things like, okay, my package was supposed to be delivered 6 months ago. I still haven't gotten it. The tracking number isn't working. Never lie to your clientele. Always be active. Be honest. If you cannot meet a deadline, let them know. Yes, people do get upset. Yes, you know, when you're anticipating something and you're expecting something to be there and it's not, and you're getting told that, hey, your order has to be pushed back by X amount of days or time. Yes, you do get frustrated, but people are more receptive when you tell the truth instead of leaving them hanging or telling them things like, oh yeah, it's going to be there in a week. Just give it another week. So always be honest with your clientele. The next thing that I have is always believe in yourself. do not look for outward supports right away, because that takes time. If you have it, that's great, that's awesome, you know, but everybody doesn't have that. And if you're one of the people who doesn't have that outpouring of support right now, don't feel like you can't make it, because you can. Just keep working hard, keep doing what you love, and keep posting, be consistent, and eventually the right people that are for you are going to come there, and they're going to support your product, your endeavors. They're going to reach out to you. You'll have people who are going to say, hey, you know, do you mind if I work with you and promote your lashes or your hair or your makeup? You know, I want to, you know, post this on my page and let people know about you. It'll come with time. So don't be discouraged. Be your biggest cheerleader. You're going to make it. If you say in your mind that you're going to be successful, you're absolutely going to be successful, because a person who has that committed to memory, they're going to keep going and they're never going to give up, no matter how hard it is. You're going to have setbacks, but you're also going to have great comebacks. You're going to have resources given to you later, if not right now. Use everything that's available. Talk to people. You never know what someone can offer you until you ask. So just keep going, stay encouraged. You guys can do it, and I'm proud of you, and I wish you all the best in your endeavors. Take care.